right, it looks like I'm live. I'm going to move my tea out of the way. Oh boy. I just ran up the stairs, so pardon my heavy breathing for a minute. I keep hoping I'll get used to it, but I think this is just where I'm at in my life. Stairs make me huff and puff. I'm just clearing some stuff off the side. Okay. Oof. So, where are we at? So today is glue booking. I think that's what the thing said. I was kind of looking through this magazine, and I really liked this question mark, and I'm definitely going to cut it out, but I wondered if maybe I could find a place in the book to maybe make one of my own, because I think it's a really neat idea. And I certainly probably have scraps, or I can make scraps. Things can happen. So I think I'm going to try and make a question mark. Hey, Adria, how you doing? Hope you're having a great evening. Oh, that's not where I want that, though. That's not the right spot for that. Okay. And then we have some stuff from last magazine harvest, I think. We'll just pop these over to the side. We might use some of them. I don't know. It's Wednesday. I hope you're having a good week. I have had no luck in getting on live. Either the computer's not agreeable, or the people I live with, the lady is having, she has meetings she has to be in. She doesn't normally have them in the evenings, but right now they're in the evenings. Still improving from last week's illness. I'm good. I'm just out of breath from running up the stairs. I just ate dinner. We're late diners. So I'm going to try and make that a question mark. I just have to decide where I'd like it at. So I was flipping through the magazine. It's that Oprah that I haven't gotten around to harvesting yet, but I saw this and I thought maybe I could make one. I love question marks. I have many questions in life, right? This would be a good page, but I think I want to work on like this side of a page because it'll be easier to show. I think, theoretically. So I think we'll do it here. And now if I can remember what I did with my pencil, maybe everything has moved. Not on purpose. These things just happen. Let's see if I can. Oh, I've got a pen. A pen would work too. I'm just gonna draw a question mark on here and then the circle for where the dot would be. See if I can approximate. Or I could make sure the pen works first. La, 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 la. Don't you love it? It's a new pen straight out of the package. It's just like, no. Okay, so what if we come in like that, and then we do a nice big circle here at the bottom. So, we'll see. We can start with one of these bits of fabric I have over here for sure. What if we start with like this? And maybe we don't even want it to be that long. Let's see. So we'll just start gluing some stuff down and see what happens. I have been in the basement. You know, we had 2 or 3, maybe even a week's worth of like really nice spring days. And then Tuesday rolled around. It was nice on Monday. I actually was outside for a little while. And it was very nice. I even had what did I have? Oh, I had tea outside on the porch. It's very nice. Hold on, I've got some scraps over there that I can definitely use for this. Let me grab them. Grab some scraps. And then I also think I have maybe some scraps up here as well. I definitely have so scraps. We've got a little bit of craft paper. What else do I have going on? It's a little bit of book page here. We could use some of that. So let's start with that. And in a little bit, I'll wait and see if any more people come in. And I have a little preview of some paper that's going to be on sale on Saturday. I should be live tomorrow at the same time. Because I think the meeting is like from 6 to 8 o'clock our time. So she should be offline. We don't have the schmancy internet here. So more than one person can be on dinking around online at one time. But if two people are live at the same time, it's not so great. So, and hers is like a professional, like business actual meeting thing. So I what do? I cede the floor to a member of the house who needs to be online. So let's see about, we do 2 of these. I think that'll be okay. Maybe we'll start pushing some stuff closer to this side. So we don't have, like, we don't wind up with stuff overlapping here. Oh, that's a cute idea, Adria. I love it. I hope if you do it, you'll share a picture. And it doesn't even matter whose group you share it in. If it's in Rosemary's group, I will go over there and look for sure. But I would love to see. That's such a, and you're such a Dawson person. Little weenie dog one, it'd be fun. Love it. It doesn't have, I actually do like question marks. I'm not just saying that. Because I'm a person who looks at the situation and my usual first thought is, I have some questions about this. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I would love to see. I love to see what other people do. And I love to see other people's scraps. I'm not going to lie about that. I do love me some scrappy stuff. That is a tiny little purple scrap. I'll lift it up in a second here. As soon as there's not just glue everywhere. And then we'll try and get some more colors in. My scraps are a little bit plain over here. I have some other scraps, I'm sure. But these ones are from something I'm working on. So far, we have that fabric scrap, which is blue, the craft paper, and then this has got some purple on it. Some purpley designs. So that's what we're doing so far. And then, you know what I saw in this magazine too? There's like an ad that has like a really sparkly, hold please. I don't know if it's further back, but I think I saw it before I got here. Oh, there it is. This, like with this gold sparkly. Yeah. Let's give a little bit of that. Let's do it. There you go. Well, that is the important part. Hopefully you will remember it in the morning. Or you'll still have interest in it in the morning. Sometimes I have great ideas. And when I get up in the morning, I'm like, no. So I'm actually going to make one of the strips the word beautiful. That I'm not going to use the O. I'm just going to use the beautiful and the exclamation point, because I think that'll be fun. And we'll push it more this way. They don't all have to be this long. I mean, so yeah, let's put some glue on that. Yeah, you could do different shapes, whatever shapes you like, you know. I'm guessing you probably have at least one, like Dawson stencil or something along those lines. And I could ink the edges for more definition, but I feel like I would just make a big mess. Okay. But yeah, let's use some of this gold here. Just want to tear off the littlest bit, because you know me, not a fan of straight edges. I'll lay awake itching to do something, but by the time I'm the moment passes. I feel you on that. I really do. And then I've got stuff stuck all over me. Always the way with the glue sticks. Okay, so we're going to cut that about in half. I think I want to slow down the width of the, but I want to push that up as close as I can. So I think I'm going to do it this way. Or is there a little, ooh, there's a little lip right there. Let's do that. Let's just push the edge up under there. So yeah, I've got some purple paper to show. It's coming out nicely. And it's drying. Okay. There we go. And let's see. Maybe a little bit of like this silver jewel tone kind of thing that's going on here. I think we could go even a little bit smaller than that. Like that. So we're just going to get around the shape. And maybe we should have made it go back a little farther, but we're committed now. Oh, I started, is anybody a fan of Rosemary's Baby, the movie? I started a movie last night. I haven't finished it yet, but it's like a prequel to that. I was watching the trailer and I'm like, that sounds exactly like Rosemary's Baby. Come to realize that it's actually the story of the girl that preceded Rosemary in that story. And so it's on Paramount Plus, and I don't know how long it's been on there, but I've watched about a third of it, and I'm liking it so far. All right, so we're going to put that purple piece right in there. We're just going to keep going, and I'm going to find an orange piece of fabric out of my little fabric stash that I have. And I think we'll do something orangey. But we're starting to make the curve, the going around the curve. Okay. Let's just pull out some fabric from over here. There's lots of choices. There's some of that blue. I'm really looking for some orange though. I'd like to have a little bit of orange. But it's a big piece of orange. Okay. Let's figure out where we're going to get a little strip from. There we go. And I'll save the little strings because I like the little strings. A little bit shorter than that. I am still working my way through Murder in the Highlands, which is the second book in that period piece that's like a Scottish, like cozy mystery, girl detective kind of thing. And I'm liking it. It's growing on me. I didn't realize it was a period piece, and they're not my favorite, but it's working out okay. And since I've decided to read book 2, clearly, I liked it enough to do it again. I like the characters. And you learn a lot about like the social conventions and of the time period. So that's a good thing. Got a little different bit of color here from some fabric. Just a little bit. And it could be fabric, it could be paper. I know I have some other scraps laying around. I know that because I keep moving them. And then when I think I might want one, I can't find it. Then I find it and I move it. Let me see if they're up here. It's not that. Did I put them back here, maybe? That's all fabric, which is not a bad thing. But maybe we can find an eyeball to add. That could be fun. Here's some other little strips. Let's see if we got something in there. You're watching season 3 of White Lotus. I don't think I've seen any of that. Are you liking it? I've got a little piece of pink. Somebody wrote me a note. So let me see if I can get the back edge of that torn off so that it's torn edge instead of straight edge. Here, how about right there? We'll do a little pink bit. Okay. Yeah, I like it. A little pink bit. The third season is slow compared to the first 2, but pretty good. I think I've seen an advertisement for it. It looked good. I always wonder if things look as good as their previews make them out to be, you know? All right, here we go. Are you working tomorrow? You'll probably fall asleep at some point during this live. All right. So I'm going to take this little bit here. I don't mind the straight edges necessarily on words, so I thought we might. This says save money, hoard friends. So what I might do is get the next piece that goes there and put that first because I don't want to cover up the words. So let's think about what we want to use next. I know I have some. I have like a little purple piece. I just moved it today. I hate it when that happens. Like I just had it. I'm silly. I have a little bit of corrugated that I peeled off a box. So maybe we'll take a little bit of that. And I think we will ink the edges on this just to give us a little texture or a little color to go with. So let me just grab whatever ink pad is right here. Okay. You do what you got to do, girl. I appreciate you coming in and spending some time with me before you knocked off. It's always nice to do. You been doing any jelly printing lately? I kind of miss my jelly print. But I'll tell you what, it's not like I've got a shortage of things to do. Right, so we want to separate that a little bit because we're actually going to put the words right in here. Yep, I think that'll be good. I'm going to add a little orange to the edges of the words. I did a handful of blob prints the other day. It's been I do miss it. You know, it's kind of addictive. I was watching somebody, I'll tell you what set it off, is I was watching somebody jelly print. I was like, ooh. Maybe it's like other people's scraps. Other people's jelly prints are always fun, right? And they do come up quite a bit in my Instagram. So there we go. Some advice. Save money, hoard friends. It's not too bad life advice, right? All right, let's see what else we can come up with for maybe a little bit of this purple. No, maybe not right next to the, okay, let's hold off on that. What else do we have? Well, let's try for the eyeball. We talked about eyeball. You go through phases, yeah. What's your thing right now? Do you have or are you in between phases? Okay. Let me add another one in coming up. I'm going to tear that top edge. But I don't think I can tear the bottom edge because glue stick. Because it's really close to the eyeball itself. So now I'm going to put this purple tissue paper right in here like I did where the words were. Below it. And then ink that, and then put the eyeball right in there so that there's some stuff going on. And we could probably just put a bunch of glue stick right there. Stick it down. There we go. And as we come around, we'll get a little bit longer again. Oh yeah, she's got beautiful stuff, right? Well, I think maybe because she doesn't do it, like, I know she's doing it for her channel, but I don't know. It's a good question. But some people are just very passionate about a particular thing, I guess. And she does it very well, I have to say. She has been an inspiration for, like, I don't do it anywhere near as well as she does, but I love her style. And get another piece of that gold stuff for right in here, because we're starting to go the other way now. Through the, right around the top of the, question mark. Yeah. I think, don't get me wrong, I love jelly plating, but it's not my passion. Dyeing paper is my passion. And I don't get bored with it. Sometimes I just lose my a little bit of my juju. That's one of the unfortunate things about depression, you know. Sometimes, oh, what about this color's very nice. Let's get a little bit of that going on. I love that. I love the tealy green. I do. Obviously, we're not going to need a piece this big, but that leaves us some extra for later. And I don't think I would ever, because there's so many variations. And probably with your ballet class too, you know. Every class with different, with a, you know, no two are exactly the same, even though you might be doing the same things. But if you have the passion for it, I think that's awesome. Okay, so I need it to go just a little, yeah, because we're going to have a little bit of overlap as we head around the, maybe we'll turn it this way a little bit. As long as it's still on camera. Ooh, how about a little bit of this book page? Let's do some book page. As I'm making scraps out of it, here we go. And we may fill some space in here too. But for now, or maybe we'll put a little something up here. What do we like up there? What do we like? How about, I'm stumped. How about a little bit more of this pink? I think I can get a little more of the pink off here. All right. So that's for the top right there, and then we'll layer this over that like that as we're going around the corner there. Okay. Oh, that's a kind of a good idea. We'll see. All right, so there's the pink piece. We may just have some overlap over here in the, and then we'll maybe not try and use the bottom of the glue stick to glue something down. And I think I want to let this come a little bit farther. I think we're doing okay. And as we come, we'll bring them out a little bit farther. These first few are probably a little longer than they should be, but that's okay. All right. What do we like to use? Let's see what other colors we have. Try that hand. We got some of that. Ooh, how about some of this? No, this isn't. I think that's wider than I want. And it doesn't tear very easily. Okay. Well, let's see. Maybe let's plot a couple pictures here. Maybe we can find something we like over here. Whether it's a word or a little bit more color. All right, let's see. Oops. No escaping. I have stuff trying to escape. Oh, you know what? I think I really want this in here somewhere. Even if it goes way off. It's that one that the words black girls don't eat avocados. Like, I have questions about that. Let's see. But as long as I'm right here, let's see if we have anything else really colorful that we might. Ooh, we have some of that red from that. Let's use the smaller piece. Or even the smaller piece. Okay. All right. Nothing else in there that I want to use, but that's a start. Okay. Me too. Me too. Not gonna lie. Where did my words go that I just over here? Just real quick to make sure that the edges, which are white, have a little color to them. Not that I think it's going to matter much. Okay. Then we have our little fat piece right there. Yeah, I think just like that. I think that's what we're going to do. But let me tear just a smidge off this side. All right. I'm going to put that piece down first because that one has words. Just making a mess with my glue stick. A nice red piece. And then we'll do it again. But this one's going to go up higher. Probably come in a little more. There we go. We're getting there. Okay. Let's try another little piece of this. Yeah. Ooh, I like it. Let's just a little bit more. There we go. Like that. Let's see. Maybe some lips instead of eyes. Maybe we want to do that. I know I've got a couple of mouths in here. Ooh, there's a nice one. If I can catch it. Sometimes you see a glimpse of something. What about that one? Well, maybe we'll want to save that for down here, though. Okay. So let's put that right there. I need something longer here. What would be good? Okay, nothing there. So let's see if we can find a little inspiration for some color that isn't a big repeat of what we've already done. In the magazine. Let's see. We need kind of a strip. I'm going to get lots of eyeballs out. Oh, what about this orange? Or even the pink? What's on the back? Okay. All right, so I do kind of want this guy with the big giant butterfly net, so I'm going to cut that off with my scissors, and then we'll work from there. I think that would be okay. Because he's fun, right? Tiny butterfly. Great big net. All right, but we still have stuff to work with over here. That is awesome. Ooh, we have the word good. Yes, that was right. Like, she brought it to school to eat like avocados on stuff and just avocados. And they're like, we don't eat that food. Okay, I think we're going to want like maybe that down there, something like that. So now we want a little bit of this. I want to do a little bit of this orange right here, and then maybe we'll do some of the pink. Now, how do we want that to go? So I think I'm just going to try and make it a little skinnier on this end. Like that. Yes, I think so. And then we'll shorten it over here like that, maybe. I think that could be good. But I also a little bit feel like that's something like a racist person might say. It does beg the question. But I remember it can't, because I have the picture of, it was like I just threw my glue stick on the floor. It was like a picture of not a picture of a person, but like a graphic design thing of a African American lady holding the avocado over her eye. But it's funny because that was what that her peers were basically telling her is, we don't eat that food. That's like a weird thing. And she felt judged for it. But the gist I got from the little bit of the article I read was, I like that pink with was that in the end she didn't give a fig about any of that. You know? Well, maybe we'll put this little bit of pink right here. And then we'll follow it up with this. Okay. Let's just keep gluing. As soon as I figure out where I put my glue stick. I just had it. Okay. All right. So but, you know, your peers can be judgy of you if you don't like the same things they like. I think I might need a little bit more of that pink. Let's grab a section off the bottom here. So just a little bit more right like that. Just like that. Nope, and there it went again. It's definitely trying to make the great escape. Yeah. I think it's like clickbait, you know. It's that sort of a thing where you go read the article because you want to know what it's about, sort of thing. Okay, I think I'm developing a plan down here. So we're eventually getting to a thing that's happening. That could be the base of although the butterfly's a little flat, fat. It's a little flat. It's something. That's what's happening. Okay, so we've had some pink and some orange. Yeah, I think it's the magazine version of clickbait. My personal opinion. That's what they were trying to do. They're trying to get you to go, what? And then you run over and read the article. Which more or less worked on me. I'm like, that's kind of a salacious thing to say. It makes you want to go, why? What's happening? What's wrong with avocado? Because I like avocados. I know not everybody does. That means there's more for me. Okay, so there's a gold piece. And then let's go find some fabric now. I think I've got a pink piece over here, like a reddy pink sort of. Honestly, glue stick, stop trying to escape. You're not going to make it. Okay. And then I need the scissors to make this smaller. I think that's a nice little addition right there. Nice and fringy. And here we go. Maybe we need to cut that just a little bit. Maybe that's a wee bit too long. I think that's good. I can pull that down just a little bit. There we go. Right? Well, avocado doesn't have a strong flavor on its own. So when you add it to things, it adds a nice buttery texture. And then I think we probably need to start making these a little bit shorter. That might have been too short. No, I think it'll be fine. I think it would be fine. And it goes well with other things, you know. Like it's good with turkey. It's good with, I've had it with ham. It's definitely good with like tomatoes and other vegetables. I think the butterfly's not going to make the cut. I think maybe it's not gonna. Okay, this is going to require some actual glue. And there went my glue stick again. Ooh, that's nice. That sounds delicious. Sea salt, arugula, very nice. Oh yeah, we could use the butterfly as the dot. That's true. Got an extra piece on there. Okay. This kind of hits two birds because it's one piece, but it's got two colors on it. So that's kind of nice. You're going to stick there even if you don't want to. I'll win in the end because I have lots of glue. Maybe I can make it into a little bit more of a circle. Let's see about that. Uh-oh. What just happened? Oh, I just went to a different screen. The glue rolled over onto my... Oh, that could work. Yeah. Let's see about that. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Right? Okay. Here we go. So we're getting down to the point where I probably shouldn't have left that. Left a hard edge on each side. And I think we're just going to have to live with it over there. C'est la vie. I think we'll follow that up with a little bit of this. We got to end the colors pretty soon because I want to try and do we'll add just a little bit of the hot pink on here. Like that. And there's almost, I get my glue stick. Glue does not want to work. Glue wants to just have a chill little break. It's like, I'm not feeling it tonight. I don't want to, just want to lay here and relax. All right, so now let's see about the word good. Easy good. And then I think if we do it like this. Oh, I think I like it. I think I'm liking it. Do you think it looks enough like I think it looks like a question mark. Yeah, I think so. All right, so we'll go ahead and ink these things just because I'm looking at it on the camera. It looks enough like I think we did it. I think we made it happen. Good call on the butterfly. I really like it down there on the dot. Just inking some stuffs. Take away some of the white edges. All right, so there's going to be your butterfly. And then we'll use this for the lippies. And then I still have my signature things in there, you know, things that I like to add in. Very nice. All right, so let's start with this because we want the words to cover it just a little bit. So right about there. It's the end of the line, man. And then we want to put the word good right there. Yeah, just like that. Woohoo! Okay. With the glue, or with the purple glue stick, if you can rub at it before it starts to dry all the way, you can actually get it off the page. I think that turned out pretty good. And we have our butterfly to still add on. Butterfly. And I think that's a great little topper, so to speak. It's not really. That is one of the good things about the purple is you can totally get it to roll up and just take it right off the page with the, because it's that purpley kind of doodah. Now let's see if I can. And then what we'll do is if I can find it. I guess a colored pencil would do just as well. Let's get a nice little. I'm going to go with a red just because. And then we'll kind of. And the good thing is nothing will quit working because it's a colored pencil. just to kind of disguise the extra ink lines that I didn't cover. There we go. And now I've used my colored pencils. Woo! I'm kind of happy with that. And it doesn't need words because we added some into the mix. I like it. And I made a huge mess. Now I really have some scraps. I like using the fabric on there, those little scraps of. Trying to get this. I have like a jar of strings because I like to. I could have just done a big ball of string there too. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So let's go. Let me find the original. Here we go. So there's my take and there's the original. Not too bad. The only thing I didn't do was make, I think I needed a slightly smaller question mark or a slightly longer page so I could have made, but I think I'm okay with it not being the scraps out of the center of the, I'm happy with it. I think I want this what if though. And I want to put that over here. Now I am obviously going to cut this question mark out of this magazine. But I think I want the words what if just for right over here. So I'm going to be careful about how I get it off here so I don't damage the possibility of being able to have it for cutting it out later. And I'll just set that back in the magazine for when we harvest it tomorrow night. I hope other people will take up the idea. Okay, so where do I want the what if? Do I want it over here? Do I want it? I think I want it over here. Let me look at it both ways. Let me move this so that it's more centered where I can see more of the page. Do I like it there or do I like it over here? I honestly think I like it over here better. Okay, so let's ink that. We have orange on top, so that's what we're going to use. Orangey McOrange orange. Oh, and I still need to show off that purple paper. All right. Now, let me get a little scrap that I can glue on without hurting anything. Here we go. The only thing I don't like about the purple ones is I feel like they're, and this may just be a perception, it may not be true. I feel like they are, ooh, look at that nice ball of string. Look at that. Put it in my jar. For future use. I perceive it to be smushier, like more, I don't know. The texture seems to be like you can smush more of it at a time, whereas I feel like the regular glue sticks are not quite as smushy. Okay, so there it is. For me, it's always what if. But my what if used to be like a lot. I thought a lot about negative things, and now my what if is kind of like good things, you know? And I think that's a good thing in itself. What if good possibilities, right? So that's fun. Now we may come back in later and like maybe wash in some color or I don't know. I don't know. But this could be complete. I have trouble with white space. I'm going to be the first one to admit that I have trouble with white space. But I like this. I like it. I like it. So let's take that orange and let's at least hit this end of it. Give that a little color. Well, Adria, I hope you have an awesome day at work tomorrow. And that I'm going to try. Is Rosemary having a live tomorrow? I haven't been following anything. I mean, I'm trying to get into lives. And sometimes I can, the times I have that I'm working in the basement, like I'm not going to haul my computer up and down the stairs because I foresee that, you know. I am a clumsy person. I could just see myself just hucking that down the stairs on accident. But is she live tomorrow? Because if she's live tomorrow, I will make an extra effort to get in there and say hello to everyone. I've missed all the peoples. All right, so we got it inked around the edges. We're all orange around the edges. Not sure she had allergies tonight. Oh, tis the season to be sneezy. Not gonna lie to you. It's very sneezy out there. Okay, I am super happy with how that turned out. I will even get a picture of that and put it on my Instagram. And now I'm going to take this off here because I don't want to glue any purple paper to it. As awesome as that would be. Because purple paper, awesome. Have a little sample. Yeah, and that's about right. It's a light and kind of a medium purple together. And there is some stippling. But and I will it's been kind of rainy since Tuesday, which is just yesterday. I know, like Tuesday was such a long time. It was day ago. Well, I will check in and try and if she's live, you know, and see if she's live. But oh, and look at that. That piece of paper tried to run away too. You know what it is? I swept the floor today, and now everything's like the floor is clean. Let's go down there and party. They'll be doing the Watusi or something in the middle of the night. Here we go. But I will also try and get a sunlight picture out on the porch because it does come out good. But yeah, we're getting some interesting effects. This one, I accidentally dribbled another color in there. This was on the very, very top, and I accidentally, in doing an experiment, made a mistakey. I'll be keeping that one because I think it's awesome. But yeah. And I have a super fun, like that's more accurate to the color right there. Although, yeah, that's pretty. I feel like my camera doesn't like me. So here we go. Yeah, I'll try and put that on Instagram, and then I'll try and also put a picture of it on Facebook and Patreon too. I'm trying to get it where everybody will see it. So I'm going to have a little paper pack this Saturday. It's going to be 10 of these. Like I'll have some of these sheets themselves for anybody who might, for you and anybody who might be watching this later. But the pack's going to have 10 of these sheets like this. 5 sheets of lined notebook paper. 5 sheets of grid paper. And what else is there? I'm going down the 5 index cards. And then the strip's going to be longer than this, but hold on. Remember when I did that mauve fabric? They'll be a little bit longer than this because they'll be a full yard. But there'll be a strip of this color of muslin cloth in there as well. So that's going to be the pack. And then there'll be loosey-goosey things. And I have a special experiment. A crazy, crazy Art Asylum die experiment that I've been working on in the basement. Which seems appropriate, right? Experiments should go on in laboratories and basements, and where you hear somebody cackling in the middle of the night. So I know. I wish that I think I just need to get a new computer and a new camera soon. But that's the paper for tonight. So if anybody wants to pre-order a pack, my email address is in the description box below. It always is. And you can reserve one for yourself before they go on sale on Saturday for anybody watching this video. So if you made it to the end and you're one of my rewatch crew, feel free to shoot me an email and let me know. And now let's bring back up our thing we made today. There's the original. And what I do with over here. Over here. So we'll do a side by side. This is the original and my version of it. All right, and that's everything for tonight. We've been on for just a little over an hour. I hope that you all have a great tomorrow's Thursday. I hope you have a great Thursday. I hope to see you in tomorrow night for a little magazine harvesting. We're going to do the rest of this Oprah magazine that I took some stuff out of tonight for our scrappy question mark. Until then, I hope that you are having a great spring, and that hopefully the allergies are not too bad. I know that it's been pretty polleny out there. So however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I sure do wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Get out there and have a little crafty joy in your day. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. Bye. That's the end. We're pushing the button. Let's push the button. Good night, Adria.